Okay, so I started a new project, but I am so behind, which means the full video won't be ready for a few weeks. Instead of disappearing, I figured I'd post a little mini DIY this week, so at least you get something from me. And today I'm just making one thing, which is a bookshelf. For this bookshelf, I wanted to test my skills and make it entirely out of wood. If you're new here, hi, my name's Sarah, and I love creating stories and miniature scenes. Okay, so to begin with, I'm sizing this to fit Barbie, which is a 1/6 scale. I'll put all my measurements in the description box. Because I could only get these small bits of wood from Temu, I'm going to make 2 boxes, then glue them together. I'm using 2 of the already pre-cut wood as my backing, so I measure, cut and glue the sides and tops to each base. Then once dry, I glue them together. So to make sure it's super strong, I add some putty along the edges. Once it's dry, I sand it down, and now it's ready for the shelves. For the shelves, I measure and cut 5 pieces of wood. I then sand them to make sure they're all the same length because, you know, my cutting is not great. So I started adding the shelves. The spacing is slightly uneven on purpose. It makes it feel more realistic, or at least that's what I tell myself. Then I glue them in place. I actually use these clips and braces to help keep everything in place because, to be honest, I've got other things I need to be doing. When they're dry, I add filler. So this covers any gaps because I notice with this wood, it does warp slightly and things also move. I don't know how they moved because I did brace everything, but they did. So once that's dry, I give it a good sand. Now I should be able to just go straight into painting, but I did notice that my shelving is crooked. Like, I don't know what I did wrong. I thought I lined them up perfectly, but I did not. So I'm going to add a trim. So I use these thinner wood sticks, almost like coffee stirrers. I frame the front, cutting the edges diagonally so everything meets nicely. So basically I clean up all the edges, fix anything that's bothering me. This part always takes the longest because I keep changing my mind, but I think it's ready for painting. I want to have an old look, but not worn, if that makes sense. So I have this brownish reddish spray paint, so I'm giving it a go. What's the worst that could happen? Future me can always repaint it. And here is the finished bookshelf. This is just one piece of a much bigger build. You'll see where it all belongs in a few weeks. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Honestly, My Hero Academia never misses. Have you subscribed yet? Next week with Hannah, it gets juicy.